Good morning, my friends. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts. And guys, I need a little crafty time before work. Will you join me? I don't have a specific plan. Well, yes, I do. I want to work on this journal. And I was looking around my craft room the other day. I found this little book of not pictures, but pages from an old book. I thought, let's do something with this. I found this little bag full of some crafty goodies that was gifted to me a while back when I made a purchase. I don't remember from where, unfortunately, but there's some tags in here, some cute tags, some papers, and I thought let's use them in this journal. Why not? Let's get them out of my stash and into a book where they belong and make something beautiful. So I would like to, there's a little stone from the jewelry yesterday. I'd like to make something with these and use them up. So that's what we're going to do today. That's my plan. That is the plan. So let's get out this journal and see what we can do with it. First of all, I would like to make a folding pocket out of this. I'm just kind of looking at the size. I don't exactly know where. Ooh, this page was fun. Okay, so maybe, let's see. Let's just kind of play with it a little bit and see where it might work. We can make it full. Oh, I've got another pocket here. Let's do something with that. Let's go ahead and glue that. We put the notch in it like last time. Let's do that again. And, oh, maybe our bag could fit there. No. I want it to be more functional than that, I think. Let's go ahead and put a glue strip there. This would have been cute to go up instead, but I already made that notch in there. So let's make this one as well. Oh, you know what might be cute? Maybe we could use this bag here. Maybe we could use this bag here. We'll see in a minute. Let's just kind of check it out. It might be okay. Come on, glue. Come on, glue. Don't be difficult today. No difficulty. Everybody doing okay? Everybody still have their fingers and toes after last night, right? My goodness. There were so many fireworks last night over here near my home. It was kind of fun. Kind of fun. I didn't go out. I don't go out on 4th of July. I don't. I like to stay home. I feel like there's so much going on. So I worked on my nutrition certification. That's what I did last night. Got 2 chapters complete. Makes me feel like I accomplished something. So staying home was worth it, right? Yeah, absolutely. And I'm on the 3rd, there's 3 units in the course, and I'm on the 3rd unit. So that makes me extremely happy. I'm getting there. I am getting there. I need to figure out what my next course of action is going to be, what my next plan is going to be. Okay, I could do something like this would be kind of cute. Look at, if I fold this down this way, I could use this as a pocket as well as this as a pocket. And I think I really like that idea. And it'll open up this, well, or I could fold it this way. Let's go this way instead. Still folding it, but we're gonna flap this down this way. So the pretty side is on the other side of the page. I could do more with it. And I'm gonna offset this just a little bit so that this doesn't go too far into the seam. Which means I would like to, well, I won't be able to probably. I was going to say I'd like to brown that up just a touch. We'll try. We'll try. We'll use our vintage photo so it's not white, big, bright, stark white paper sticking out. We'll just kind of go here in the edge. Most of this won't show, so it doesn't matter how pretty it is or how perfect it is or isn't. We just need some brownage here in the middle. And it's okay if it gets on the next page. It won't hurt. In fact, we'll just do it on purpose. How's that? Okay, so we've got that so that when it doesn't go all the way to the edge, this seam right here won't be stark white. See how that worked out? Otherwise, it would be bright like that. Not really just very obvious. So let's go ahead We're going to put a notch in this one too. Put a notch in that one. Let's put a little bit of vintage around these edges as well. Oh, I could do the same on the paper bag too. In fact, I need to. So we'll put, yep, we'll need to. Just a bit. Doesn't need to be too much. Just so it looks like it's been handled a little bit. It's torn up here. We're going to put something over that. We'll put some washi or something fun over it so that it doesn't look. In fact, we're going to go ahead and even stain all these creases because why not? Let's make it look like it's been, you know, used a little bit and appreciated, right? It's been around in our stash for a while. It actually has, but not enough to get colored or stained unless I do it myself. There we go. And if I'm not being gentle, it's because I want it to look used. Those like that. I'm going to put a few extra little stainage on it just to balance it out. There. All right. So this is going to go here. So I want to put glue on this part because we want 2 pockets out of it. So this part, we're going to go ahead and unstick this glue again. Haven't used it in a couple days. I hope you guys are doing great. I really, really do. It's a fun, it's going to be a fun day. I'm just going to claim it now. I got on the scale this morning. I am actually down 33 pounds from my doctor's appointment in April. Yes, April. And I am super proud of that. I've got 1 pound to go, and then I'm into the 100 marks again. I've been over 200 pounds for years now. And my highest, I was at 242. And now today I'm down to 200. So I'm super proud of that. And I'm very excited to be looking at my nutrition wellness program to be a wellness coach. And that's why I'm taking my certification class, because I want to help other people accomplish their goals too. So not only am I working at mine, I cannot wait to get there. So I still have a long ways to go. This would be really pretty here, honestly. I have a long ways to go, and I've got to get the workouts in and learn some more about that part because I am not a fitness coach at all. But it doesn't mean I can't be, even at my age. So super excited to be able to help other people accomplish what they're going after. Look at that. That's so pretty. I think that's perfect. Okay, let's round these corners though with the corner rounder. That's what I'm looking for. And just like that, we've used up half of these materials already. That was the bag that they all came in. I keep thinking, oh, I need to go sew this. No, we're not sewing this journal, right? We're not sewing this one. This is a no-sew journal. Well, I say no-sew journal. I did sew the cover, or on the cover, one of the pieces on the cover. And I think that's the only thing that I've sewn in here. Kind of get some of that white out of there, just lightly. There's a piece, well, that seam kind of catches a little bit, but that's okay, I guess. We'll just put that in there, and then this will go here. I need to put some, where'd that piece of paper go? Remember this? Remember this strip right here? Oh, it's not quite long enough, but we can still use it. I think we can still use that to our benefit. Let's snip the corners just a touch. Still haven't found those scissors. I know they're in my stuff that I took to Michael's for that event, but I haven't gone through that stuff. It's all still packed because I have to go back again at the end of this month. And so it's all still packed. All right, now why am I using this piece? Well, and for one, that's the card that we put in there is the same paper. And it'll kind of coordinate. And it'll cover that hole, that tear on this side. Did I glue it well enough? I think so. And then we can put, oh, do I have that other circle? Remember I cut out those circles the other day? I do. I have that circle here. I could use here with the brad. Do I want to do that? This piece is torn too. I think it's okay to have the tear in it. I'm not too worried about the tear. It actually kind of looks fun. But this could go here with the brad. And I've got that song stuck in my head. Let's find a fun brad to go there. Looking through my box, looking through my box. Just a simple one would be good. What about, would this red be too far off? I don't have a lot of red in here at the moment, but is it a problem? Not really. I think I kind of like it. I think we're going red, guys. Red. I'm trying to use more colors. And why not? Okay, so let's put a little hole in that one. I'm going to eyeball the center. I usually get pretty close with it. And because that won't be big enough, I'm going to make a couple extra little holes there. And then I think I want to go right up in here. Let's just go in this layer. And we'll put it right there. Why not? Okay. Now, one of the things that I did the other day that I shouldn't have done is I made it tight. So when we go into here, we don't want to make it too tight because then the string doesn't wrap around very well. Make this one more bigger. One more bigger. Let's actually, I'm going to make it just up a little bit more. And stick it through there. I mean, we want it to be on there, but not too tight because we got to get the string on, remember? So don't pound it down. And then we need another one. I don't have a, do I have one more? I don't think I have one more, but I can make one more. I think I used the 2, and I think I had 3. Let's just toss these pieces. Oh, I could actually use this piece in there. That would be pretty. And for that matter, I could use those too. Okay, so there we go. Not tossing stuff again. All right, let's see. So that's there. I need I don't have any more of that craft paper, I don't think. What I need, is that this one? Nope, that's too big. It was this one right here. How about, I have to have more craft paper. There's this, I just can't believe I don't have any. This can be close enough. I can darken it. I think it'll be close enough. I really want craft. I really do. I really, really do, guys. I really want craft paper. I've got to have more. There's got to be. There's got to be. Here's some. Well, I don't know if it's the same color, but it's going to be probably closer than the other one. Is it? It's closer. We'll use this one. It's closer. I think I'm going to have to go get some more craft paper. There we go. Oh, I don't know if I have another red brad. Shoot. Wasn't thinking, was I? Okay, but that's okay. That's all right. We're going to be all right. Little gold action over here on the side. Oh no, I dropped my lid. There it is. Oh good. Didn't have to dig too far for that one. Oh my gosh, yesterday, if you watched the video yesterday that I did with Pierce and his jewelry haul, he had such a pile of jewelry down on the floor when he was done. It was hilarious. He really had fun with that. I knew he would because he's always after my earrings. I think that's he's going to learn that. Not the earring, not the earring. I think those are going to be some of the words he learns quick. Not the earrings. He's always biting my earrings. It hurts. All right. And all right, let's see if I can find another red brad in the box that will be matchy. This might take a second. That one just popped up on me. There should be, though. There's multiples of everything in here, it seems. This was a gifted box, so I don't know exactly what all's in here, except for the times I've sorted through it. A lot of interesting things. Okay, well, come on. One red one. Just one red one. That's all I need. I know I don't like that corner. That corner's weird. I don't know what those things are. I've got this. It's fuzzy. I don't want fuzzy. I want red. I want red. I wonder if I could teach Pierce to do this. He could go through these and find the color that I need. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, that would be nice. Then I wouldn't have to do it. These look like all fall, except for the ones that got mixed in there. Oh, there's one. I think that's it or close to it. There's another one. Yep, that's the one. Awesome. That didn't take too long. Thanks for hanging with me. All right, so we can do that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna make it bigger. My goodness, I'm so full. I had oatmeal for breakfast this morning, and it was so good. I made chocolate oatmeal with banana and peanut butter and strawberries, and it was delicious. The only thing is, yesterday I didn't feel like that it raised my blood sugars, but today I feel like it may have. And unfortunately, I left my test kit thing at work, so I can't measure my blood sugars, which is a problem. I gotta stop doing that. And take better care. I think I need to put, I feel like I need to put a another circle at the back of this, because it feels like it's, actually it doesn't have to be a circle. It feels like it's too weak, like it's gonna tear. So I'm going to glue this behind that hole for some support. Oh, you know what? I could glue that right over the legs of the brad. And that way my items won't catch on it either. So we can fix that with one step. Let's go ahead and open that brad up then. Remember not to make it too tight. Not too tight, just open it up. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this on the back. Let's put a little extra glue on there since we're doing it a little different. And I'm going to have to hold that in place for a bit, just so it doesn't squish out and glue the whole thing shut. Make sure I place it correctly so I cover those legs. And then we'll glue down. Glue down. So I was asked about the house. I didn't really talk about the house yesterday. And forgot to show you guys the video last time. So I'll take another video at the end of this one. Hopefully I'll remember to post it at the end of this one. When I put them together and edit, sometimes I forget what I said in the video. But they came out the other day to pull out more cabinets, the water mitigation team, but unfortunately they found more mold growth. So because there's more mold growth, now we have to go back to the abatement team for the asbestos. And so they have to come out and do work again. So now I have to wait for that for my kitchen to start. However, I believe we're still on track Wednesday to start the roof process. So hopefully, I think he's coming out just to do, to figure out the costs and what supplies they need. I don't think he's actually going to be working on the roof, but he's going to be doing the estimate for that so that they can order the parts. So I'm anxious for that to get started, of course, because, you know, it's hot and I'd really like to be done with that hole in my roof. So that's that. Not a lot has changed. However, those are steps that are in process, and that's the happening. That's the haps. All right, we'll leave that a little bit long so that they can wrap that. But I think that's pretty cute, don't you? So we'll have this pocket here, still works functionally that way, but you'll have to open this one to use this pocket and be able to put some stuff in there. I do feel like we should put something there though, don't you? How about... I almost feel like I should cut it. I kind of feel like I should cut it or tear it. Let's use this handy dandy tear ruler that I never seem to use, even though I paid a lot for, because I thought I needed it and I never use it. Here, let's just do this. I'm having trouble because this is holding it up away from the paper, so it's not tearing properly, but we'll just do that. There we go. And then we'll take this again, like that part right there. Take this part again. There we go. That's cute. No, we don't have to patch it. Okay, there's something. There's something. We got something done there. Now, I feel like we've got two pockets back here in the back and nothing going on up front. So what are we going to do about that? Well, now that I ask you that, this has pink in it. We could put this in here. I mean, why not? There's a little tuck spot here too. I don't think that goes there. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. This is the first signature, so it makes sense. A little more balanced. Have one near the front, one at the back. We'll just glue this. Oh, I hear a lawnmower going out there, which reminds me once again, which I was reminded this morning when I walked out and looked at my beautiful yard. I gotta pay my lawn guy. Jordan, if you're watching this, remind me. You gotta remind me. This guy is so nice. He's so flippin' nice. He almost never tells me that I owe him money. I'm like, dude, just remind me, because I forget. Takes Venmo. He's like, okay, whenever, you know. So nice. He saw some kids here trying to get this couch out my door, and he stopped mowing my lawn and came over and helped them get it out my door so that they wouldn't bust my door down. Thank you. Thank you. He's great. He's really great. So I gotta remember to pay him. All right, I'm gonna put that in there. I'm not gonna decorate these cards because they're great matting or for, you know, writing on. So I just like to leave those like that. We've got these we've got this. This could be a tuck spot for a tag. Let's go ahead and cut this out. This is a little recipe which I think is really cute. And no, it's not a cookbook, but we can still put recipes in here. You can put whatever you want in your junk journal. That's why they're called junk journals, because you put junk in them. Things that are important to you, but maybe nobody else. We'll just cut this one while we're at it. Can't remember what I bought and got these with. I think it was an Etsy order. Or, no, it wasn't. I think it was my Unity stamps. They always send something sweet. They always send something a little extra to say thank you. I think that's what it was. My Unity's stamps. All right, so let's look at, hey, we could do the same thing there, but that's too many, I think. But, oh, that wasn't the first signature. That was the second signature. There's 3 in here. There's 3 signatures. We have this. We could put a little something in, but I think I want something bigger. Look at that. This is not a tuck. I kind of am thinking about putting that globe here, the Tim Holtz globe right there. I think I'd like that. And maybe for balance, I could put this over here with this tag. Do you think that's nice? I kind of like the brown with gray because that's kind of what's going on here. So what I'll do is I'm gonna cut this way, and then we'll go around this one. And I do wish I would have done that the opposite direction because I feel like this is upside down, but it's not really, so it'll be fine. This is non-directional paper. It just feels like I wanted it the other way. Go here. And here. Put that there. And then we need to decorate this. The question is, how do we want to decorate that? I have an idea. I'm gonna need my Tim Holtz stamps to do it. So let's look around a minute and see which stamps I might find for that. I am going to be right back. Okay, that didn't take me as long as I thought it might. Now, I think this is the one I want. I'm going to use this stencil. Oh, and I like the months. I like the months. We're going to use those, and we're going to use black. Is that, no, that's not black soot. I am going to use that one, though. Do I have black soot? I think I do, yeah. This one, black soot. We're going to use some of that. And we are going to use a darker brush. for some black soot. We don't need to go too crazy. Don't need to go too crazy. And then, I should be more gentle with that. And then what I want to do, I want to put the black brush away real quick so I don't accidentally use that. I'd like to put numbers and symbols and these things all over it. And I want to go all the way to the top. And we're going to use this one. And this is walnut stain. I was thinking it was scorched timber, but this will work just fine. We're going to do a little mixed media here, guys. Get your hats on. Get your gloves on. I don't know why I said hats, because you don't need a hat to do mixed media, but maybe gloves if you don't like to get dirty. All right, so there we go with that. What's next? It needs more. It needs more. It needs what? It needs some coffee stains on it. It definitely needs coffee stains, because you know what? We took this with us when we went traveling, and we splattered some coffee stains on it because we were drinking our coffee and writing in it at the same time. And it would just be really, really beautiful with that on there. So we need the coffee stain stencil. And that's right here in my stencil book that I can just grab and see if we can find it really quickly. I have some cool stencils in here. But I'm thinking coffee stain is what I'm looking for. And I don't think it's right here. It could be. It could be. Trees. Ooh, we could do that somewhere in here. And we could even do, yeah, I don't want to do that one. That's too, it's not there. It's not those. It's not those. I think, oh, there's coffee stains. That's what I wanted. We've got the sweater one too. I don't think, although in this one, it does look a little bit more like woven basket. We could go that route because there's some papers in there with woven basket in it. So I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna put the trees aside, but we do need to do some coffee stains on here. We really do. And with that, we need a different color brown, and we're gonna go with not scorched timber. It's too dark. I want vintage photo, but I'm not seeing it because it's already on my desk. That's what I want right there. Let's go ahead and try to get some of this darker brown off of here. Whatever residue may still exist, and we'll just go lighter with the coffee. There we go. And it's very subtle, and that's just fine. And in fact, we'll even put a little bit of the coffee stain on the back as well, because they'll probably write on this side. So put a little bit there, a little bit there. There, that's perfect for this side. We'll go around the edges. And on this side too. Okay, and then I feel like we still need something a little more focally here, like a focal point kind of thing going on. So what can we do with that? We could do, I'm not certain. Oh, we could put this. Oh, you know what? Let's put this on the back here, because this will be part of the, this is part of the pocket. So for the same paper, we can use this piece up, but also make it functional on the back. So maybe they have a receipt or something they want to stick in here. Something simple just to put right there. Or tuck a picture, you know, a little photo, perhaps. I don't know. And then we have used the gold throughout the journal. Let's use that as well. And I just stuck it in here a minute ago. Tell me it didn't fall in. Did it fall in? Nope, it's right there. Okay. Just kind of put some of this around the edge. I don't know why that makes me feel like beachy. I don't know. It's just maybe the shimmer from the water, or I'm not sure. Or the bright rays of the sunshine shining on things in the water. I don't know. But it really does make me think of the beach. Okay. So we got a little bit of that. Not too much. I still feel like it needs something, don't you? I feel like it needs a beach photo right here. I really do. Let's see how much of this will stick out. I think I want to go into my faux family photos and find a photo that will go there. So I'm going to go do that for a few minutes and see what I can find. Let's see what it's going to be. All right, I found not only a photo, but I found a postcard too. A very pretty beachy scene. So this will go in here somewhere. And then this one can go, I think I'm going to make it smaller, but it can go here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, I really like that. I'm going to cut it down, and then I'm going to cut it down a little bit. And then I think I'm going to put a matting around it with the white. And I have scissors that I can use to make it look like that. So let's cut it down a bit, both width and height. I'm going to go pretty deep there. Oh, we could use the photo corners again. Oh, that's even a better idea. Well, no, because I'm going to put it, I can put it on white so it looks like the regular photograph, but then I can put the photo corners on it. Maybe I'll just put the photo corners on it. Maybe I don't need the white. Maybe I'm going to trim this a little bit more, but I'm going to make sure that it's straight by using the trimmer, because it's not. And that's kind of what I was afraid of. Make it a little bit smaller. That's not a problem, because it's still a little large. And that, did I do that side? No, because it's crooked. Okay. That will be straight. And what I'd like to do with that is go ahead and mess up. Actually, before I do that, gosh, I wish I had my Tim Holtz scissors. See if I can kind of mess these up just a little. Maybe this is an old photo that's been, you know, sitting around. It was in a pocket for a while, just reminding us of that really beautiful trip we took, you know, and it just got messed up there. And we had it in the visor in the truck, sun visor, because it was just such a beautiful day. It just makes us smile every time we're stuck in traffic. Yeah, so we stuck a picture up there to remind us of what a beautiful day it was. And so glad we did. I'm making up stories, guys. I hope that's okay. I think it's fun. All right, we'll get that one kind of beat up a little bit. There, that's even better. And why not put some gold on that too? Why not? Let's do it. Just a little. Just a itty bitty bit. Ugh. I might use this stuff up this year. I might just use it up. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. See if I can get that off my finger. Any more of it on there? No. I got a little bit. I know I didn't. Try that again. I like to think I did, but I didn't. This one, I want it to be not quite so noticeable, because remember, it got beat up. So why would it have gold on it, right? It wouldn't be fancy, but It needs to be, because it's got to fit in on that tag, and it needs to set itself off in such a way that we can see it beautifully. Okay, so there's that. Now I kind of want to I'm going to put some thread behind it too. I know we're not sewing in this journal, but it feels like it's really necking. And I have some black threads back here. Oh, I don't need much. Gretchen, what are you growling about? I don't need much, but I think that this would add a fun little touch. Multimedia right there. Fun little touch to this tag, just like that. And we'll put the corners on there. And I think we want just black ones this time. Just the black. So they're going to be really big on here, but that's okay. Well, if I can open it. There. So if I can find some more black ones. There's a black one. And why did I opt for photo corners? Because I used them previously in the book. I put them in another spot too. So it can be reoccurring throughout the book. That helps to make it look like it's complete, like there's recurring theme through it. It's consistency. And you won't be, it's kind of like like a theme throughout the book. I like to do that. If I use one technique in part of the book, I like to continue that through, just so it looks like it goes together. All right, there's 4. Let's put those back away. I hate to spill all these. Okay, and then I want this to kind of that would be fine. Like it was just kind of caught in there. I probably should have put this a little bit higher because it's going to get tucked into that corner a little bit, but that's okay too, because it'll look like it's supposed to be protected or something, you know. That's fine. You'll have to pull it all the way out to see the picture. And that is a real vintage photo from my stash. This is one way I like to use them in my journals. I think it's fun. It adds an element of surprise and just a, you know, a touch of realness to it. Put this in there, little jute. There we go. Super cute. All right, what can we do with this? I think this could go in one of those other pockets that I was looking at earlier. It's bent because of the age. I'm going to try to see if I can straighten it just a bit without ruining it. Straighten it out. I think I also want to beat this one up just a little bit. Not too much. Oh, I tore it. That's okay. That's just part of the history. And I'll tell you where this, if it says on the back, I'll tell you where this beach is from. Oh, it says it right there where I just cut. Oh, you guys, I can't even see it. And then I kind of want to beat up the corners just a little bit. This is from Travelog Head, Nuke. I don't think I'm saying it right, but I'll just kind of go around there. All right, we've got this gorgeous postcard, and this is truly vintage as well. I like to use these real vintage pieces in my journals just as much as ephemera that I find, so that there's a little nostalgia in there. And they can be used for journaling or not. They don't have to be used for journaling. They can be used for whatever. And I remember I had a clip in here that clipped that. What happened to it? Oh, it's right here. Need another photo on there, don't we? Where is... I need a nice tuck spot. Oh, this could go here. Is it too tall? It is a bit too tall. I might have to cut off this other white edge of here. Ooh. No, I don't think I want it there. Pretty little baby. All right. Hello, where do I want to put it? Where indeed? I think it goes here, but I'm gonna have to cut this edge. It's too long. In which case, I'm gonna cut this edge so that it looks like, I didn't cut the other edge. That it was supposed to be like that. And let's make sure that fits before I continue. That will fit. We'll need to bend it some more. I think it's going to unbend a bit as we close it in the book and it sits in there. I think it'll be okay. That's what I do. I was embarrassed. I kind of did a video the other day of Gretchen, and I was going to show a picture of the pile of jewelry also from Pierce on the floor, but there are so many paper trimmings and things around my desk. It looks so bad. It's like, oh, my floor looks like a nasty mess. Like I don't clean ever. But so I didn't post it, even though I wanted to. I was like, no. You guys don't need to judge my floor. It's bad. It's nasty. It's dirty. It needs to be vacuumed terribly. All right. So what else? We had a couple more tags. Where did they go? We have this one. And I know I didn't do all of them, did I? Oh, we still have the recipe. So those need to be done. I think the recipe is going to need coffee stains on it too, don't you? Don't you agree? Let's do some of this on there in case I missed any of those white edges. And then go around the back. And then where'd that coffee go? Coffee. There we go. And I'm just going to use what's already on the brush for this one. So I don't need too much. That's plenty. I even got some on here, which is perfect. So let's just, you know, finish that. Just needs a little stainage. There we go. That's good. All right, now we need a spot for it though. And we're gonna need see, I'm just worried those corners are gonna catch on there and tear it. Let's see. I decided I didn't want to mess that one up. I like it. I like it a lot. We could... There's an idea. I'm gonna do it. So let's fold this way. I do see a white spot here, so we're gonna go ahead with that brush again and color that. Now, this, I'm gonna put a string on it, but should only go down to about there. So what that means is about halfway through this, right here, I'm going to do that. Now, watch this. I'm going to glue right here. I'm going to glue all the way around here. This one. You're going to be surprised because I've never done this before. This one. And then I'm going to glue this one too. We're not going to glue this one, just these three. And shut that. Okay, shut that. While that's drying, I'm going to glue this one and this one. I'm going to make a pocket up here. But before we do that, I'm going to get out my thumb notcher thingy. And we're going to go right here. And we're going to stain the back of this page so it doesn't look so white. So let's put that glue here and here. And close that. Okay. Now this is dry. We're going to take that same thumb notch and keeping it only in this section right here. Where's that corner? See, my cut is right here. So I want to make sure I don't go past that. Go right there. And now this is a pocket and this is a pocket. And this one I'm going to have to trim up just slightly so that this one will open up on this side too. Okay? All right, so what did I just do? What? Say what? So, where'd my recipe go? This one's going to go in here. Let's make a hole up on the top here. I will show you. Okay, probably need that again for something else. Let's put that in there. This will go here. Okay, but it only goes this far because that's where I cut and glued it, right? But now we have this pocket. So this one is going to be fairly thin. And it's going to take a small tag, a very small tag, about the width of, let's see, I'm sure I have a scrap here that'll work. I'm sure I do. Is this too, that's too narrow. Let's try again. How about, let's just cut a piece. What's that about? Maybe 2 inches, maybe? Let's try it, because this would be perfect length. Ooh, you know what we could do? We could go 4 inches, fold it in half, and it could be a little note. It could be a little note inside. So let's fold it in half. I'm going to use the bone folder to do that. Is that too big? Too big. That's okay, because we've got something here we can work with. We'll just take off a little bit. I didn't measure it when I did it, so just got to play with it now. We'll cut off the raw edge there, and we got to get that open. Boo, boo, doo, boo, doo, boo. Gotta stop singing. It's not my strong suit, I'll tell you what. What did I do? Let's just kind of push that open. Oh, it's a little narrower than I thought. I think that's still going to be too wide. So let's try that again. It's okay, because there could still be a note written in it. That's really a lot off, isn't it? Okay, and that's all right. How about now? Now will it fit? It should. It really should. There we go. There's just a little note. Okay. Now, you could think it through and do it a little bit neater than I did it, but there you go. There's something. I think I'm going to cut that shorter. And I could have left it a little wider, but that's okay. We'll just stick that little note in there. All done. There we go. We've got a little tag and a little note spot. Should we put a little piece of white paper on the inside, or we can measure that. That's an inch, just over an inch. So we'll do inch strips, two inch strips, or actually we probably only need, we'll do 2, because I should have measured that as well. So this is 2 3/4, so we'll go to 2 1/2 with these. This one 2 1/2 also. There we go. There, we use some of this paper too. Just make it something usable. They could put a little note in there, a little secret note. You know, it would be super cute on this too, is if we stencil it. So let's put this aside for just a second. And we'll take this, and what if we just put, we'll do this one in brown though, and we'll do it really, oh, I have black still. We'll do it lightly. Barely see it, which is great. And then let's just do some of these words right here. They're also very tiny. There's hardly any ink on there, so it just leaves a little bit of stainage. See that? All right, let's put that back. Put it back in there. Got ourselves a little secret note. Little note spot. Note tuck thing. If we can get it back in there. Come on now. Why am I singing? You guys, make me stop. Well, I hope the other person who gets this doesn't have as much trouble as I'm having right this minute. There. We got it. Did we get it? Did we get it? Just work it in there. Why am I not getting this in there? It fits. It really does fit. We know it fits because it was in there already, like twice. Okay, there we go. I'm not taking it out again. It's a note, okay? It's a note. It needs to be right there. It needs to stay there. All right, so there's that one. We have one more tag we need a home for. I just put that. One more tag. This one. This pretty one. And I think maybe it just needs to go in here. Maybe it just needs... Maybe it just needs... I don't know why. I'm not really Ooh, I think it just needs to go here, honestly. I'm not really decorating right now, but I just wanted to use these pieces in here. So, yeah. Gotta find a spot for them. And that way they're out of my stash. They're off my desk. And they've been put to good use. They're so pretty. They just need to go. They just need to go in here. For the life of me, I can never put this thing in right the first time. Come on. There. All right, let's just kind of mush that up a little bit. And we'll even put some of these things on there. And there. Put some of this twine on here. I don't have much left, so I managed to use that up mostly too, which is fantastic. And I'll probably use the rest of it somewhere in this journal. I feel like I should. There. We'll just put this here. I feel like there's going to be more in this pocket, but for now, I think that's beautiful. So there's those things. What else do we need to do, guys? What else do we need to do today? Anything particular? Well, we already did this. Got those tags and everything. Is that everything out of that bag? Just the twine was left? That's fabric. This could go in here somewhere too. I'm thinking it would be really pretty in here. And I found this in my stash, but I don't know what I want to do with it just yet. I think it would sure be pretty though. I really like this. I think I'd like to do that somewhere else in here. And I do have this blue paper. I could totally do it. That is in the middle signature. I have this blue in the back. So let's do something in the front signature and do something like that flip. Let's do something just like it. Let's find a page that's already folded or that can be folded. This one's already, there's already design ideas for that. This one is a tuck. I could just stick a card in there, but that's kind of boring, huh? Do we have any pages like that already? It would be pretty with this. But I'm not sure how to make that work. Well, no, because I would cover up the blue. I could do it on here and close this one a little bit and then put it on there. That would be nice. Okay, you got me. I'll do it. All right. I could have done it here too, but I think this will be better. So let's do the same thing here. We'll cut a, what, 5.5 by 3.5? Is that too big? I don't know. How big is this? Let's do 5.25 because that's where my board stops. Then I don't have to unfold it. 5.25 by 3.25. Sure. Why not? And then we'll have this one just like that. But we're going to put the corners on it first, remember? Let's do it. We'll put gold ones on these ones. 1, 2. So 3 gold ones. 1, 2, 3. Good. Good shot. One more. There we go. All right. Close that up. What is that? I'm seeing things. What is this? That's more of a gardening journal, isn't it? I mean, it could go in there. It could. That could be a beach flower. We could totally, why not? Let's use that in here. Let's use that in this journal. I could even put something ocean themed over this. Although I wouldn't have to, but I could. Make it a little bit more beachy. That's something that's been sitting on my desk for quite a while as well. And you know, when these things jump out at me, I think, you know, I should probably use that because there's a reason it jumped out at me. Do you guys do that? Are you inspired by the things that you see, or do you make plans and have it all laid out? You already know my answer. You already know my answer to that. I totally get inspired by the things on my desk. Sometimes I look for stuff. You know I do, but usually it's just what I think at the moment. Okay. I'm asked a lot about that. It's like, how do you decide? Well, you know, sometimes it just comes to you if you let it. Not everybody likes to craft that way, but that's my thing. Is I really enjoy it that way. I feel less pressure that way. And I don't do this to be pressured. I do it because I want to be inspired. All right, so there's that, and this will flip open this way. And what I end up doing is putting something over this side to cover this and make it prettier. But for now, that's it. Okay, because I want to see if we can find a spot for this that would be really pretty. And something with these greens. And I might not be able to find anything that I want to do with it. Maybe right here, we could flip this open this way. Oh, that's not a flip. That's a pocket. It doesn't have to be a pocket. Maybe this is the pocket. But we could do that somewhere else too. Maybe something not so blue. That would be nice. What if I don't like that. But maybe this way. Maybe this way I would like it. No, it's throwing me off with the blue. I don't like it with the blue. Ooh. My thought is this. If I put this here and I leave this side open for a pocket, that's my thought. And that actually looks really nice to me. So we'll leave that, but we're going to glue this down because the paper needs to be a little bit heavier to hold that tag set. So we'll just glue this back this way. And there are plants at the ocean, guys. So if you're thinking, that's not beach. Yeah, well, it can be. There are plants there. I've even seen roses at the beach, right? You wouldn't think it in some places, but there are in others. So we're going with it. Okay, so we've used that one too, and that's great. That's a start. I do see some other things, but I think these are more floral. I think we'll save those for later, for something else. What about something like this? This is okay. That's just being silly. But we've got this one. Oh no, it's guest checks, but I guess I could make that beachy too. I could make that just as beachy. Or just cover it. The only thing that's throwing me off is this paper. And I could cover that. I could cover that with something. I mean, I could cover it with that and I'd be happy with that. We could leave this a pocket too. But done deal. We're using stuff today. That's awesome. It's always nice to have stuff in your stash that you can just grab and use, and that actually fit perfectly. So it was like it was meant to be. See there? Okay, now this one will now have this pocket over here as well as this pocket, and this one has well, if I didn't glue it shut, this one has the design acetate, so you can stick something in there that will show. So pictures or what have you, whatever. So let's find a good spot for it. It's gonna need to be on heavier paper. Once again, we could totally like put it like here. It'll have to be clipped in. Or maybe here. I guess it doesn't have to be on heavier paper. That's not going to work. That one's too, it's not big enough, thick enough. This one, maybe here. Ooh, I like the colors together, but it's not quite right. What if I glued it right there and then open it and then it would flip out and then you could get something out of it? I do like that. Oh, but this is the wrong side because that would be upside down. We would have to go this way. And that won't work on that page. This would work on this page. This would work on, would it work on this page? Nope, because it's too, okay. Let's try, shoot. I like it with those browns. That was nice. That was a nice section there. This is, the blues are nice together. This is nice over here. I'm not sure if I love it though. What about here? We could put whatever paper we wanted under there that would kind of pull this together. That's kind of nice. We could make it stick out just a little bit so it'd be easy to find. Let's do it. I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. We're committing. I'm just going to put this right. Oh, wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I do love this paper, though. What if I put it here? Wait. Oh, no, no. Go back. Go back. Where was it? Right here? It was on this one. It was on this one. Ah, and I slid it anyway. Darn it. I was trying not to do that. Is it crooked? It might be just a little bit. But I don't think I'm going to get it much different. Okay, I think it's fine. So that will stick out a little bit more than I intended. And then it'll open up, and I think I can still, I don't like it. So let's put it back in just a little further. There. Gosh, it looks so crooked. It probably isn't. It's probably just me being picky. Okay. And then we can put a different piece of paper here and decorate that however we want to. But that's going to be a pocket in there. All right. So that's a fun little, like, you can't even see what I'm doing. A fun little flip out there. So that'll go that way. And then the pocket is here. And then, of course, right here. Okay. So we need to put probably a little thumb notch there too. So when they open it, they realize, hey, that's a pocket too, right? Okay, there we go. So there's that. All right, you guys. Well, I think this is going to be it for today. I think we've got a lot done, a lot figured out. And this is actually starting to fatten up. I love it. It was so empty before, and it's really starting to get some chunk to it. So that is fantastic. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you got some inspiration today. I hope that you will get out some art or some crafting or art and just have a great day. And I hope to see you next time. Hit the like and subscribe, and you'll know when I post stuff. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. Here's the update on the house. We put this tarp over my walkway to try to keep the cool air in the back so that I can turn my air conditioner on. It seems to be helping. It really does. And we've got, this is still up for the abatement team. They had to come out and pull drywall and all that stuff. These were my kitchen sinks. That's my crown molding over there. It's all going in the trash. Yay. I get a new countertops and everything. I did love my sink, but you know, whatever. Or my faucet. You can see the whole opening. I'll take you over there in a little bit. That blue stuff is the gap in the ceiling. You can see the tarp through it and the door. But this is my dining room where a lot of my kitchen stuff is currently. And yeah, so here's the disaster. They did pull the floors. This is what they did this last week. I'm gonna try to be careful. I'm barefoot, so I shouldn't really be walking on here, but they pulled the linoleum and the tile that was in here. Got the empty walls. There's no electricity in here, so I can't turn the light on for you. There's the cut wires that happened when the tree fell. There's those big old gaping holes. My kitchen counters are coming out. This backsplash is gonna go. It matched the floor, which I hated. And this is where they found the problem this time. So there's a bunch of mold back there that most likely came from that gaping hole. You see the light coming through right in there. So it went down into this wall and down all the way down and wet all the insulation back behind here and continued through, and it's all down in there as well. So that all has to come back out. And so that means the abatement team has to come back out as well. I don't know why they haven't actually pulled the cabinets, because it's probably moldy behind there too. But I think they're pulling the insulation through the entire wall, so that's okay. So all these boards have to come out. When they re-roof, you can see all the damage. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. And then there's some more broken wires. The old landline, I'm gonna just take that off. That's silly, it doesn't need to be there anymore. And then when we go into the living room, oh, they moved my dishwasher. I didn't even notice that. They moved my dishwasher. But they had to pull that out. And you'll see all the empty everything. So, yay. And I mean that in the most sarcastic way. So this is what I'm living in. Not fun. Not fun at all. And then we've got all the flooring that was removed and will be replaced. So, and then I had my lizards set up, my bearded dragons set up over here. There was a tower of 2 of them. What I'm going to end up doing after this is all done, I'm going to build or have built. I'm going to have some floating shelves up here and put a little desk area right here where I can put my cookbooks and things. I don't have a lot of space in my kitchen. I think it would be nice to just have a nice work surface right here. And it's across the way from the TV. So I can be in the living room and kind of work on my laptop or whatever and do cookbook stuff there or meal planning and what have you. So anyways, that's what we're looking at. It's a lot of fun. Not. But it'll be exciting and it's going to be beautiful when it's done. This may be the only opportunity I ever get to design my own space. So I'm taking full advantage to my best of my ability. So thanks again, guys, for hanging out with me. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.